Got a car coming up.
Yep. Good to see you. Yeah. Oh, they always show the love. They always show the love.
Blue shades. Do you have blue shades?
Yeah, I was the one that bought blue shades before you.
I don't remember anything.
Nope, you don't. You don't.
I'm ready to go back to sleep.
I would
Wait,
have
hold on.
thought that, you would have been
Wait, I have to look
addicted
cool.
to the weed.
Is that good? No, I'm addicted to the caffeine.
Of course, I have blue
I look
sunglasses.
like a
I
blue
mean,
person now.
no, you don't.
I look fucking cool.
Come on, you know you look like a dork.
Oh, I'm definitely a dork, but I look like a cool dork though.
That sounds like an oxymoron.
Doesn't matter.
This guy is just
Like a,
with his bicycle, like in the street, not even looking. Like, come on, guy. Actually, this is a good idea to wear these sunglasses. That sun is in my face. God damn.
Jimmy Dean. Hi.
Hey, what up, Jimmy?
Glad you stopped by to say hello.
That's a hell of a nice burger.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sarima, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Have a good day. Yeah. Nice people.
So what?
Nice dude.
Yep.
So how are you doing today, babe?
I'm doing okay. I think I made
Ooh,
a
video.
miscalculation, a social miscalculation.
okay.
I you know how when I enter, I look to have discussions, right?
Mhm.
I try to have like really rational discussions because I feel like that needs to be the baseline.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you can be misunderstood or the shit that you have to say won't really mean a whole lot if you're just talking with your emotions, you know?
Huh.
So this is something that Sonny was mentioning about, the way that I do my live streams.
Mhm.
He's looking to like have fun with trolling, and I'm just kind of like, hey, Chris Howard, how you doing? And Sonny's in the building.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy. I think the reason why my audio quality was bad last week is because the signal was bad.
Yeah.
So people were saying that the video was choppy too. So
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make this turn because this sucks.
You're gonna head on to the
Yeah,
all the way west.
yeah.
So we were saying about relation.
Yeah, so I made a miscalculation when, I've been basically using Twitter to go back and forth with New York Rangers and New York Mets fans, right?
Okay.
And
So
so,
your personal Twitter, not the talking shit Twitter, right?
not really. Paul is the one that does the talking shit Twitter
Okay.
for the most part. Like when I was doing Black Power Magic Hour,
Yeah.
Messiah was the one that. I mean,
Okay.
even now, even though the show has been canceled, or on permanent hiatus. I don't know what to call it, semi-permanent hiatus.
Yeah.
He's still posting to the account,
Yeah, I've seen that.
right? So wait a minute.
Yeah, the traffic here has been pretty bad.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna go all the way to the west and then come all the way back.
Yeah, the other missus and I were walking here yesterday, and there were a lot of angry
Lots of horn honking.
on horking,
Yeah,
on horking,
horking.
horking.
So
Your Twitter.
yeah, so I like to interact mainly with Mets fans. I think what actually lured me is the closer for the New York Mets, Edwin Diaz, who was like hot garbage when he first came to the team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was giving up all kinds of game-winning hits to the opposition, and they were in situations where you could just feel that something bad was about to happen
Okay.
because he had been consistently bad. Well, he's been historically good this year to the point where he's averaging just over 18 strikeouts per 9 innings. That means of the 3 outs that he's getting, he's averaging 2 by strikeout, which is just devastating. Nobody in the history of Major League Baseball has had a K per 9 stat like that, like ever. This is like historical. It's historical, right?
Okay.
So, everybody was talking about just how great everybody was talking about just how great Edwin Diaz is, and they were saying, hey, there was this really great even people that aren't baseball fans, people who aren't Mets fans, they were like, yo, you guys got to check out this how they did the cinematic thing with his entrance into the game.
Okay.
When the trumpets when the trumpets come on and all of that, right? So I thoroughly enjoyed the experience of being on Twitter and having all of these people living the same positive Mets reality that I'm living in, which is it's rare, right?
Right.
I mean, normally when you talk about the Mets, you're trolling.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
But I'm not wrong. But I'm trolling.
Right. So. Yeah, so it's almost like not real trolling if what you're saying is correct. But anyway, she's you guys got to understand something. She's the wife that will support your dreams. She will not support your team's dreams.
Well, they make it so easy not to.
Yeah. But I made the mistake of going on there. And this is after the FBI raided Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Everybody's calling it Mal now. They raided Mar-a-Lago to get back documents that they requested, or they I wouldn't say requested. He was subpoenaed by a court to return these documents that he should have never taken, that were classified documents.
This is related to the Mets.
No, I'm saying this was around that time.
Oh, okay.
Right. So then I start seeing all of those posts in with, the Edwin Diaz posts, and, I'm arguing back and forth with Yankee fans, but not in the way that you would normally think, right? I'm the one trying to talk them down off the ledge.
Okay.
They're like, oh my God, the Yankees are so bad. Like, they have the 4th best record in all of baseball. Right. And they're like, well, you should be happy. The Mets are playing good. I'm like, the Mets and the Yankees have the same win-loss record. What the fuck are you talking about?
But you're not allowed to say that out loud.
No,
You can't acknowledge that. How dare you?
No, but it's just weird, how everybody is just
exactly
assuming the worst about their own team, and it's like you're still one of the best teams in all of baseball. That doesn't make any sense. But some fun conversations, right? Yesterday, I stumble on a Yankee broadcast where one of the announcers made a mistake that, let me tell you, that I was laughing for about 25 minutes.
I heard, and I had to pause my music because I was slightly concerned, because I was like, is he laughing or is he crying? And I was like, yes, he's crying from laughter. Because she just went on for so long that the sound sort of was as if you were in distress, and then I put my music back on because he's fine. He's actually laughing and not crying. So I was concerned, and then I was like, never mind, I'm not concerned anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I definitely was like, I cannot believe what I just saw.
I already. Is it the thing you sent me?
Yeah, well, it was the first thing that I sent you.
But I'm not gonna. Yeah.
You like watch a non-professional team because it's more relatable, which is understandable. Look at the trolling that is happening on my own stream.
That was pretty gentle trolling. That wasn't bad.
Hmm.
That was gentle.
So
Showed mercy.
I'm like, I'm laughing in a way that is like causing me physical pain.
Hmm.
Okay. And then somebody in the thread posted a clip of a similar occurrence happening during a Boston Red Sox.
Wait, you're not going to tell
Broadcast.
them what had you laughing so much that I thought you were in distress?
No, that was the first one when the whole one where it was just like, yo, when he was like, when he was talking about, he was like, I rubbed up a few balls about
There
life,
you
right?
go. You have to let them know.
Right,
And I was going to give you the chance to say the word balls
right.
before I said
But then,
ball.
but then somebody in that thread
Said
said,
ball
"Oh, it reminds me of this one thing where
about balls.
no, they put the
Not about
camera
balls.
on these two couples that were in the stands at a Boston Red Sox game, and one guy basically girlfriend and reaches over and grabs tits. Did you see that one?
I did it.
I sent it to you.
I was working
Fuck.
the past 48 hours.
You have to see it. And so the thing is, they put the camera on this on two couples, and one guy just like, you know what? I don't care who's watching. I'm just gonna grab this
Hmm.
titty.
And
They were and the thing is, they tried to hurry up and throw a blur. Hey, Seditionalist is here. They tried to hurry up and throw a blur over his hand,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I think somebody said whoops, and then they quickly like get them off the camera and back, to the game, but nobody says anything, right?
Okay.
And then like they go to call the next pitch, but you can hear more than one of them hysterically, but they press the mute button
Yeah.
so that nobody, will hear them just fucking laughing because obviously it's unprofessional, but they couldn't help themselves,
Uh-huh.
and it was just great. It was so cool, in my opinion. I just thought it was just so you see a couple of super funny things and you're like, okay, Twitter's not so bad,
Hmm.
you know. Twitter's not so bad. So I scroll down. Most of it is baseball and hockey and video games, right?
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I think the
Oh, it's staying up forever.
Oh.
Anyway.
or you can, um, or the page itself might need to be refreshed.
And then we have to like
Yeah,
relax.
hit the that circle button at the top.
The refresh button.
And it's like you were honking because
And we're back.
we were able to get the comment off the screen.
Yep.
Okay.
We got two more.
Yeah.
I'll read the other ones when we get to a red light
Yeah. So, or you can read them.
as you're driving so I could get car sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here for the
I
entertainment.
don't think they want to see me vomit or like start to, Anyway, so I won't. You were saying boobs.
Yeah. So like you're having fun, you're laughing,
Mhm.
right?
And we're back.
And then one of your favorite YouTubers, hey, Men's Mental Health, it's
Okay.
good to see you.
I couldn't, like, he was driving and it was just, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, we had to hit that refresh button. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so one of my favorite YouTubers, shout out to 402 Thunder. He's an OG in the gameplay commentary space. And he has a personality that is almost impossible not to like. But then you see him on Twitter and he's griping about all of these, he's making all of these complaints
Mhm.
that Trump supporters make. And it's like, dude, are you even paying attention to what's happening in the world? Like actually really paying attention.
Mhm.
And so,
That's fucked up. That's 10 times better than Lewis's video quality.
when Lewis was testing out that privacy phone, the stream quality was really, really good that one time he was testing that device.
Mhm.
I mean, if he's going back to the shitty Samsung device, then, it's probably, just
Shitty.
shitty.
Okay, so you're talking about
Yeah.
the dude who's likable.
Yeah. So, and he's a likable guy.
Mhm.
He's cool. Yeah, I mean, I think he's cool for the most part. But he starts making these gripes about things that right wingers are making gripes about. And it's like, you're complaining about stuff that A, isn't even verified.
Mhm.
And B, you didn't even like really do your homework when you put this, oh shit, ambush was good. Was good.
Pixel.
Yeah, it was a Pixel 4a that he was testing, that Lewis was testing for, I guess, something for him and his new employer to possibly give grant money to. But anyway.
Okay.
So yeah. So yo, Ambush, it's really good to see you, man. I know that you've been working real hard. So, I don't get to see you as much as like before. But it is really cool to see you. So anyway, Ambush knows who Thunder is because, Ambush is also in that COD community. Ambush wasn't making videos during the gameplay commentary era, but Ambush, is definitely from the streaming era, when he was making content, right?
Okay.
And Ambush has done pretty well. I think Ambush has over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube,
Mhm.
right? So, Ambush has ambushed us with plenty of Call of Duty content amongst other games, right? I used to play Infinite Warfare with Ambush.
Mhm.
So, he bought a new house. Oh shit. But the thing is, like, as much as I like the guy, I'm just like, you want to think that the guys that you respect in the media spaces, that they're going to show the intelligence that they have. But there was a really weird exchange because he normally, when I respond to one of his tweets or I tweet at him, he doesn't respond. I mean, the dude has a bunch of, people that he's going to respond to, especially since he's basically on Twitter to push his YouTube channel.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that, right?
Yeah.
Mentioning me is not going to get you a lot more subscribers. So he normally just talks to people who are already kind of like established in the community, to elevate his own presence. I don't have a problem with that, right?
Mhm.
But the one time he does respond to my tweet was when I responded to something that he put out that was factually incorrect. He's like, they don't want to, he says something to the effect of, after Uvalde, they want to talk about, bringing on 87,000 new armed IRS agents, but they don't want to put 87,000 new armed guards in the schools.
Okay.
And the first thing I'm thinking is like, we shouldn't need to have 87,000 armed guards in schools. Like,
Right.
that shouldn't be necessary. We just should not have people going into schools and shooting children. Like,
Right.
we shouldn't even have that, right?
Right.
But it turns out that it was one of those knee-jerk reaction things
Mhm.
where he was just factually incorrect. He looked at a job posting, and the job posting listed in his fourth bullet that you must be willing to carry a firearm and use deadly force if necessary, right?
Okay.
And he's like, see, look, 87,000 new IRS agents are going to be armed. But then when you actually look at the whole job posting,
Uh-huh.
that specific job posting was only for 300 applicants, not 87,000. So, people are getting their panties in a bunch. And of course,
Yeah.
he does have some pull. People are going to listen to him because he's got a bunch of subscribers. Like, 800,000 YouTube subscribers and, several thousand, people that follow him on Twitter, people are going to look at him as somewhat of an authority. And it's like, you have to be very careful about the things you put on there. There aren't going to be 87,000 armed
Yes.
IRS agents.
And people are not going to fact check.
And they're not going to fact check because it came from somebody who they believe to be reputable,
Mhm.
And then he's coming after me and he's like, oh, I can't believe, there are, so many people that are fans of the IRS. I said, nobody's fans of the IRS. But if we're going to hate the IRS, can we be accurate about it?
Mm.
You
push the button, or the button was already pushed. Just you
So-
caught them in the
So I felt a little bit honored
Not
because what
going
happened next
to
was, after I responded, I think he saw it and it kind of like struck a chord, right? It
Yes.
kind of struck a nerve.
Yeah.
So it turns out he was looking through my Twitter. This is probably the first time he's ever looked at my Twitter profile, right? So here's the funny thing about my Twitter, right? I'm very measured and level-headed on Twitter. That's number one. Number two, you can't say anything about the way I look because if you go to look at my if you go to look at like my avatar, because people want to look at the way you look to try to roast you, right?
Right.
I'm looking fucking dapper as fuck in a $1,400 fucking tuxedo next to my $83,000 Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
You can't say shit, right?
Yeah.
So you go looking through my post, right? And I have put up a post about how fun it is to watch One Punch Man.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
So he likes it in response to that. I was like, oh, he was checking. Oh, we have the Volvo, the Polestar behind us.
Oh, I was reading the comment.
Yeah.
Some armed people carry a pen which is mightier than a sword.
Yeah, but that, but that's
John Wick pencil.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how I use my John Wick pencil.
Uh-huh.
I'm just very measured.
Oh, I didn't see the car.
I'm just very measured. Like I don't get into emotional, irrational arguments because so much context is lost in 140 to 280 characters that it doesn't really make sense for me to argue somebody else's emotions. Like I'm gonna lose that argument every time. It doesn't make sense for me to get
And then you're
in.
just going to come off as one of those keyboard warriors who,
They
no one
throw
takes
in
seriously.
right. They're gonna throw an insult at me. I throw an insult back. We're going back and forth. Lots of time is wasted. Nothing is accomplished. Right. So, hey, the simplistics, So, like, he bigs me up on that. He kind of gives me a little validation.
For
That's
sure.
the end of it. But I wasn't like trying to attack the guy. I was just saying, hey, nobody really likes the IRS, but can we actually be accurate? We can't have people thinking they're gonna just deploy a bunch of IRS agents and shoot you for not paying your taxes. Like, that's not what's gonna happen.
Which, speaking of One Punch Man, we're almost done with season 2.
Although when the simplistics comes through later on, we may have to go back to the first episode of season 2.
Oh, yeah. Let us know if we need to rewatch it. But hasn't he already seen all of the episodes?
But the lady is probably gonna
We
come
hope
to the house.
We
you
have
know,
to
they just
assist with the corrupting.
Right.
Yeah.
he got her
okay.
to watch. I think towards the end of season 1.
Okay. Oh, so she needs to. Okay.
Right.
So, dude, we could have her watch
Right.
season 2 if you want. We got Hulu.
Yep. So the thing is, like, I wasn't like trying to attack the guy. Like I said, I like Thunder. Like I've got no problems with him. I've got like no qualms. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you've got an issue with somebody, can you be accurate about the issue so that we don't cause like undue panic? It's important that when you say words that it represents you as accurately as possible over the simplest thing.
Yes. Like
So
your favorite potato chips is, discontinued.
yeah, so so that was really the only point that I was that's really the point that I was making. And when you look, all of these people, and this is the thing I cannot stand about the political left and the political right here in the United States, right? So Trump,
About the manga.
so Trump, he gets his house raided for some documents that he
We'll have to watch it.
subpoenaed to return back to the White House because he was not supposed to take them out of the White House in the first place because they're classified documents that have a bearing on national security. So they sent him a subpoena. He ignored it. And a couple of months later, they came back to get whatever he took.
Mhm.
So on one side, you have the people like, oh my God, they arrested him, you know, for no reason, and the FBI is criminal and blah blah blah.
We're heading to the gas station. No, not gas station.
Well,
Well,
what-
gas station. and-
Yeah, and the supermarket,
And,
and
we're
for
just
me to
getting
be
drinks today.
right, and for me to be slightly less ugly, I'm going to the barbershop.
Yeah.
So
We're running. Sorry, I'm trying to get through the comments as we
yeah,
get to stoplights.
so so you have these people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe they arrested Trump for no reason.
Mhm.
And, how could they break into somebody's house unannounced and all this garbage? And it's like right winger people. Number one, the FBI, they conduct raids where they don't warn you every day. That is standard fucking protocol so that people can't get rid of the evidence if they know you're coming.
Mhm.
Right? Oh, and by the way, they didn't arrest Trump. So what the fuck are you talking about? They didn't arrest him. In fact, they told him to leave the premises while they conducted their search. So what the fuck are you talking about? And then the left wingers are like, yeah, I bet you he stole some nuclear secrets and he sold them to Saudi Arabia because they gave him $2 billion to do LIV golf events. And it's like, where is your proof of any of this stuff? There's no proof. All of you suck. You liberals, you suck. Conservatives, you suck. You both argue in bad faith in the same exact way from the opposite side. You're annoying. You're annoying. Like, what the fuck, man? Hey, Revile, what's good, buddy? Good to see you. Like, the political left and the political right are the same fucking people whining about what the other one does when the other one does the same thing as the other one.
Mhm.
Like, you're no fucking different. Oh, I'm better than the right winger
They are
because
different. They wear different colored t-shirts.
right, but I mean the Bloods and the Crips, right? They wear red and blue, right? But they're both street gangs that terrorize their neighborhoods. Correct?
Yeah.
Like they're the same. You're the same, and you're the same.
We're gonna make it to your thing on time.
I'm hoping
What time is your appointment?
2:30.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
I hope if the fucking traffic moves once we get.
I wasn't sure if it was 2 or what.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing errands. We're doing errands and all that shit, right? Yeah, so I'm just like, the left wingers and the right wingers, they fucking suck. All of you argue in bad faith. So I'm replying to tweets on both sides with the same tweet. Please cite your sources. Thanks in advance. Because I know that they don't have any proof of the shit they're saying.
Mm-mm.
Like you're all running off at the mouth with no proof, and we're supposed to just take what you say as gospel.
See you later, dude.
Like you're dumb as fuck.
Oh, so Revile would like to be filled in.
Yeah. So I'm talking about the social miscalculation that I made in spending too much time on Twitter, right?
Mhm.
So you get all of these people. Nobody wants to argue in good faith at all.
I'm trying not to get car sick while reading comments.
Yeah. Nobody wants to argue in good faith. Everybody wants to throw around, baseless accusations and unfounded insults.
Just okay. And now he's going that way.
Like, and it's just kind of stupid. So today,
Mm. Oh.
I see somebody that, they responded to someone who,
Here we go. I'm pretty sure those nuke documents already got faxed to some dude in Moscow.
right,
Oh.
but the thing is, like, if you say, I'm pretty sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say that this is what I suspect happens, then I can accept that.
Mhm.
But I cannot accept a definitive accusation with no proof that that's what he did,
Mhm.
right? And then people will probably say, "Oh, you just love Trump." I can't stand the guy, but because of things that are verified, not shit that somebody came up with without basis.
Mhm.
Like there's plenty of reasons to dislike Trump just based off the shit that he's actually done. There's no reason to then pile lies and conjecture on the man to make him seem worse than he already is. The truth is enough to convict the man.
He does that shit himself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the truth is bad enough, right?
Mm.
But it's just like, why?
Mm.
Tim Pool is an example of what I'm talking about. Tim Pool just throws out a bunch of accusations about people and it's unfounded. And then when you ask him for proof, he gives you someone else's opinion on a blog somewhere.
Mm.
And it's like, dude, Stop, because people listen to you. People actually respect what you say. Make what you say respectable, and it should be proof based. You know, like, you know, I asked a left winger for some proof that Trump sold these nuclear secrets to Saudi Arabia, because that's what's going around. You know, he sold the secrets to Saudi Arabia. And I'm like, and they're like, well, you know, the Washington Post said the Washington Post is biased against Trump. That's not a credible source in this instance. In this particular instance, I don't want to hear what the Washington Post has to say. I don't trust them.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to take anything that may seem negative about Trump and then make it, you know, stamped, signed, sealed, and delivered. Trump did this bad thing. And it's like, you don't know that.
Fight a conspiracy with a conspiracy.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's fucking stupid. And Tim Pool is one of those conspiracy guys. He'll couch one of his suspicions into a definitive statement of fact. No, your suspicions is your opinion, and you're welcome to them. If you say, hey, I looked at this fact, and I looked at this fact, and I looked at this circumstance, and I've determined that I believe that there is something to these accusations, I will accept that from you, and that's totally valid. But what I will not accept is I don't like this guy, I don't like this entity, and you know, they're criminals, and they did this and they did that. Okay, show me the fucking proof. So I'm sending the same. I'm sending.
Have to. Your feelings are proof, though. Feelings are
My
proof.
feelings.
Feelings.
But you know what? I hold the right wingers to a higher standard.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're always the ones that say facts over feelings, and that facts don't care about your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I keep hearing from these guys is more about their fucking feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's annoying. And it's like, you're supposed to be the facts over feeling crowd, and I'm not getting any proof from you in your arguments.
Mm-hmm.
And it's stupid.
Yep.
Right? At least the left wingers, they're telling you that it's all about their feelings. I'm a woman because I feel like it. Never mind the fact that you're hung like a horse and you have a 5 o'clock shadow that shows up at 10 o'clock in the morning. Never mind that, but I feel. That's a left wing thing. But if you're going to come to me and you're going to sell yourself as a right winger and I care about science and I care about this. That has rear wheel steering. I like that.
Mm.
You know, if you're going to be, you know, the party of facts and all this other stuff and all this other stuff, then you actually have to come with facts and not your feelings. I got to hold you to a higher standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, so some dude made a post in very poor taste on Twitter. He's a black guy and he's taking a photo with like 5 young white women, right?
Okay. Watch this guy. It's about to scratch us up. We got a new viewer in the comments.
Yeah, what up, illegal Mexican? Right?
Hello.
Yeah, and I agree with this to a large degree, Rabalment. I don't, you know, for certain subjects, like I'll trust Fox News for some news reports. I'll trust CNN for some news reports. I'll trust the New York Times for some news reports. But anything where I know what they're slanted against or for a certain side, I'm not listening to anything you have to say for or against.
Mm-hmm.
If I know that you're a biased news source, right?
You
But if
can't
you-
even trust the news for your weather.
I was actually about to mention the weather. I was actually about to, you know, mention
Yeah.
the weather. So, you know, I just kind of get tired of, you know, people trying to pass off their fucking opinions as if like they're an authority on a subject. And it's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a Call of Duty YouTuber. You know, tweet about makeup, you know, You know, you have a Twitter account because you want to figure out if there's alternate side parking rules in effect tomorrow. You're not an expert on anything.
As long as you have
So give your
feelings
fucking opinions.
and you say it the loudest, you use the most caps,
Right.
words in caps lock,
Right.
exclamation points.
But be honest about the fact that these are not facts. These are just your feelings. That's all I'm asking, you know? So this dude, he makes a post in really poor taste.
But as Sunny said, we're already too logical
Yeah.
as you
Well,
saw this in person.
well, I am who I am, right? So this guy puts up a tweet in poor taste where it's a tall black guy.
This son is brutal.
Brutal. It's a tall black guy. He might be a rapper or something. And in the caption, you know, he's trying to elevate these white girls over black women, saying that, you know, black women, you know, never liked him and all of that or whatever.
Okay.
But it's all right because he wanted to have mixed babies or whatever.
Gotcha.
And I really didn't like that. But then the response to it I thought was equally stupid.
So not Trump related, just a new stupid person.
Yeah, so just a different stupid person. This happened today, right?
Are
So
these guys about to start a fight in the middle of the street? We got a couple of dudes about to start a fight in the middle of the street. One has a wrench.
yeah, can you not do that in front of me? Can you not do that in front of me? Don't back up.
Dude literally had a wrench in his hand.
I give some of you guys wrenches, but not to hit anybody with it.
They're standing in the middle of the
Yeah, they were
street
like
with
right in the
some
middle of the
wrench.
street. Like if you're gonna
Can we
get
pull that up so they could see? They're still in the middle of the street.
take the phone, take the phone.
He's actually not doing anything with the wrench.
Not the or yeah.
Yeah.
Are you able to
If you
see?
guys could see.
But the truck.
Fucking truck. I was trying to give you guys a view of that. Dude he's not even doing anything with the wrench. He's just like, I mean, I don't want.
Nah,
him
because the
to
thing
use
is
the
that
wrench,
dude
because that would
is in a
be the
dispute.
biggest wrench.
But the thing is that the dude with the wrench is in a dispute with a guy that has like 3 other guys with him. And you know how dudes like to do, you know, they like to.
Is it because Seditionalist was in our chat?
No, he's always in my chat, and that should never happen.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
about to say.
It could be because Simplistics, he was in the chat.
Sticks. I'm sorry. Wrong.
Right.
list.
Right.
My bad.
Simplistics was in the chat, and I might have,
Simplistics.
yeah. But I'm like, dude, do
Apologies,
not back
Seditionalist.
up. Do not back up while I'm about to drive by you because insurance is expensive. And y'all niggas are broke. And so I know that y'all gonna try to sue for the most and drive up my
But he
insurance
could
card.
afford that big ass. That was a fucking.
That was a big ass
wrench.
wrench. And that shit was shiny. That shit was brand new.
Like that's something you see at one of these major construction.
Like he made that,
sites for the house.
he made that dude really think twice about moving forward.
But I didn't want to hit a car.
Wow, this guy just ran the red light.
I mean, I feel like there's a Cody joke in there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But it was with a hammer.
Oh yeah, yes. Yes.
Not a wrench.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Free MMA.
Yeah, that
This
shit.
was
That shit was crazy.
Uh,
Oh, we got a
Barefoot fighting. Barefoot.
bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle fighting.
Um,
He is barefoot fighting.
yeah. So the dude makes a comment that I thought was in poor taste,
Yeah.
but then the guy that responds to him because he needs
Wrench
to defend,
MMA.
he needs to defend black women or whatever. He calls the girls in the photo of 3s, and I'm like, okay, like if you want to roast a guy for disrespecting black women, that makes sense. Like, do you? But to diss the girls in the photo makes no sense. I'm like, because the thing is, us men, we all know what a 3 is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can look at a woman and say, she's not my type, but she's average. Like, I could see the appeal to another man, right? Even if it's not your type, right?
I said paid $1,700 to fix the dents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are safely away from them now.
Right. Yeah. Do that over there. Over there. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all broke. And you're gonna stay broke. You're not gonna get any insurance money off of that. Anyway. So it's like, okay, if you want to defend black women, do your thing, but do you have to denigrate the women that are in the photo? And so I'm saying, listen, these girls, they're nothing to write home about. These are girls that most men would not really pay that much mind to, but they're not ugly. They're not like hideous. Like the hideous gets the 2 and the 3, right? But like if you look at them, they don't have any defects. They're not overweight.
Mhm.
You know, they're just regular ass chicks.
Mhm.
They're average, you know?
Yeah.
So then you get these, you know, these black people, they want to hurry up with the insults. Oh, you're a lame, you're a coon, you're a, you're a goofy, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, all you have is insults, right?
Right.
Oh, you know, oh, they said I was caping for the white women.
Fine.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of them. Oh, you're caping for white women. And I'm like, do you know that women view the assessment of being average as an insult?
Hmm.
Like, you do know that, like, if you really want to insult a woman, say that she's average. That a woman would rather you call her ugly than average,
Hmm.
right? When I was in the session with you know who,
I heard.
right? I asked her. I said, if a man called you average, how would you take that? I'd be offended. Yeah. Oh, you're here trying to defend the white girls, and you know you're caping, and you know you're corny. You know caping for these threes, and I'm like, they're objectively not threes. Like, let's tell the fucking truth. Like, they're not actually ugly. They're just they just would not. They, we wouldn't see them and then try to get their number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Just watching that guy get stuck because he didn't follow directions.
yeah, of course. Like, but like, why do you have to like denigrate anybody? And they're like calling me all kinds of names, and I'm like, and you know that they're looking through my profile, and it's like, no, the woman that you see me in a picture with was a lesbian woman I met at the ballpark. So no, that's not my woman. Oh, she's a 3 and all this other stuff. And it's like, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hmm.
And the fun, and it's like, most people understood what I was talking about. Like, you can make your point. You can make your point without, you know, without trying to take somebody else down.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But was it necessary? Was it necessary to go at the girls? The girls didn't do anything wrong, and that was really my only point. And it's also a bad deal for the guy, you know, trying to make black women seem bad. And it's like, I understood what the guy was saying. You know, black women didn't like me, so I'm going to go where I'm appreciated. And I'm definitely one of those people. You know, I've had very similar experiences, but it doesn't mean that that's everybody's experience.
Okay.
So while the first person was wrong to make the post that he made, I also think that it's wrong to then try to counter the first guy who's wrong and then be equally as wrong.
Mhm.
And then when you're just talking about just the straight facts of the matter, every response I got emotional as fuck. I mean, we're talking about emotional ass niggas. We're talking about some dark skinned Drake ass niggas.
So
And here's
really attracting all of the emotional responses these days.
Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah. Any positive interactions on Twitter and past week?
that's what I'm saying. And it's like, what the fuck? I'm going back to getting off the internet again. Like, and the thing is, like, it would be like these emotional ass niggas, though. And here's the funny thing, right? You can look at their avatars. A, they're ugly. B, you know they broke. They're broke. And so even the girls that you're saying are threes, you don't even qualify for the girl saying that it's ugly. I don't get it. I'm talking about ugly ass niggas
Yeah.
that nobody is checking for. The girls that you think are threes,
Are you now getting emotional?
like
Their emotional.
no,
response?
it's not that. It's one of those flabbergasting moments
Yeah,
where it's like,
but don't let it impact you that much. They're not worth it.
no, I'm just explaining. I'm just explaining for the viewer.
I'm very upset.
No, I'm just explaining for the viewer. You know, I get animated for the viewer.
We'll
Right.
get this
Well,
animated
you know-
at home too.
So no, because like this is what Sunny says. Sunny says you're logical and charismatic. This is an expression of my charisma.
Okay, I just
Right.
want to make sure you're not allowing
So-
them to get you that.
Oh no. Because the thing is, it's like these are broke niggas on the internet. You want to know how unbothered I am? I never blocked the guy right?
Mhm.
He keeps throwing the insults at me, and I'm like, look, you can't even argue without the insults, right? So he comes with another insult, and then I said, cool story, bro. Have a great day. You know how he responds? He blocks me.
Well,
I was like, you commented on my tweet. You're
next red
upset.
light, I'll check up on the
Yeah, check out.
because I see a picture coming up.
Yeah.
I'll just
It's
wait for
like,
the red light.
dude, you're. I was like, dude, I don't have a feeling one way or the other. We're talking about girls that I view in the 4 to 6 range, meaning that I'm neither for nor against them. Oh, you're caping, you're trying to defend these white girls. No, what I'm saying is they would be invisible, like they would not register.
Mhm.
And for most men, they don't register. But for broke, ugly ass niggas like you don't qualify for those average chicks
Okay.
because you ugly and you broke and you're emotional.
We do have a red light. All right.
Yeah, we got
Getting
it.
through the comments. Not necessarily in order.
Emotional damage.
Which says this is a good vent session.
And it's just crazy.
The best compliment a woman can give me is calling my dick average.
I mean, you know, shout out to Sunny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy. Like, why are you? And I kept saying, it's like, dude, you're mad emotional.
All right, we got if you call a girl ugly, she could cope by finding a salty loser. If you call her average, she can't. Wait, no,
She doesn't know which direction
can't
to go.
rationalize it. Okay, sorry, moving right when I read that.
And that's why people got so mad at Kevin Samuels, you know?
Right.
Kevin Samuels didn't say you're ugly at best. He said you're just like everybody else. You're no different than anybody else. The women would get the most angry when Kevin would say, you're not special.
Mhm.
That's what really got them mad.
Mhm.
He never really said that I mean, the ugly ones, like he would start roasting them, like just straight out roasting, right? But like he never like really like went hard on people unless like they tried to, you know, be super disrespectful, you know? But the worst thing you can tell a woman is you don't rate at all. Because a woman is looking for attention no matter where she finds it. There's so many women doing so many negative things in society because they're assholes? Not necessarily. But some of them will act like assholes just so that people will recognize them, look at them, and give them attention.
Yeah.
And sadly, there are a bunch of ugly, emotional ass niggas that do the same thing as the women. You're emotional as fuck.
Strange times we're living in. We're being called not special is an insult.
Do you remember that one time when we were living in Brooklyn?
It's the good publicity versus bad publicity. People like the bad publicity because at least you're getting,
You're
some
getting
attention on
something.
you. Versus average.
Now, do you remember, like, we were having a conversation before when we were still living in Brooklyn, right?
Okay.
And we were talking about, like, how men rate women and the criteria. And then because, you know, as far as a man being attracted to a woman, it's largely subjective. But there are a lot of objective factors. Yeah, I got fucked. There are a lot of objective factors for, you know, the choices that men make in women, right?
Uh-huh.
Actually, I might be able to get away from this, but it would make me go through this whole thing all over again. Shit,
Let's just
because I can exit as I'm, you know, getting on.
let me just exit the same way we would for guns. You got to go that
No,
way.
but that is the exit. That is the
Yeah.
exit that we're going to. But the thing is, we may be stuck for 20 minutes just right here.
All right, see what happens. Nothing we do about it anyway.
And I don't know what.
Enjoy fishing.
Oh yeah, revilement is
Have fun.
an outdoorsman.
Tell her we said hi. As we are stuck baking in the sun and traffic.
I really don't want to be late to this fucking appointment.
Baking.
I'm just not. The thing is, if I go around and I loop, I'm probably gonna end up
We're good
later.
we are moving, inching, but we're moving. You know, just truck will let you through.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sees you.
Yeah. Yeah, because this actually put us right back where we came from.
Yeah, I got you.
So it to me it to me is just insane when you see dudes that can't get no pussy talking about who's a three. Like nobody cares about who you think is a three.
Right.
You know, but the thing is, men have like we know what the ranking is. Like there's a universal language that when a guy looks at a girl, the girls who are between a 4 and a 6, men everywhere are going to look at her and then grade her along that gradient. Or if they're on the extreme ends of it, it'll be because A, they have a lot of access, or B, they don't have a lot. So let's say there is a girl who is a 3, right?
Okay.
A dude who is ugly, short, fat, and broke, he's going to look at an objective 3 as if she's a 5 or a 6 even, right? That's going to be in his wheelhouse. A guy who is white, 6'3", 200 pounds, and earns $25,000 a month, he's going to look at the 3 as a 0. It's like she's not going to rate. He's going to look at a 6 as a 4. He's going to look at an 8 as a 5. But we're talking about the opposite extremes of sexual access.
Okay.
So remember when we had a discussion about this years ago, and I said from the objective criteria, most men are going to rate you a 6, right? Which is in the range of average,
Okay.
right? So do you remember what your response was when I said that?
No.
You responded by saying, yeah, I know. There was no, I'm offended. There was no, you're like, yeah, that's about right. 6 is about right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, your number goes up with physical fitness.
But I think part of that is also in the delivery.
No,
Where-
it doesn't even matter. You can say it really nice. You can say it harsh.
No,
If you say anything less than a 10, these chicks get mad.
well, I have these chicks, but I am not these chicks, and I will go.
Oh,
on
you're talking about
record
for
and say
yourself.
I am not these
Right.
chicks.
You're talking about for yourself.
But I think there's a difference between going to someone like, hey, you're average versus a little more context of I would rate you as a 6, which is about average, which
Right.
completely makes sense.
Mhm.
But I think that delivery does matter. I think if you just came up to me and said, babe, I think you're average.
That
I
would be
think that
fucked
would
up.
evoke a different response.
Right. But
So-
also a non sequitur like that is just stupid. Like, why would you, just go out of your way to say something like that, like you said, without context and without provocation?
Because we're humans. And
Right.
Some people would just do that. So I think it really depends.
Right.
Not all conversations are going to be like that.
Right. But remember, you're a pretty rational person that looks at things, you look at things
But
without the delusions.
but I still have my moments where I have an emotional response, which is why I'm saying
Right.
the context or the way it is delivered matters.
Right. And the
If
thing
some
is-
random dude on the street came up to me and be like, "Yo, you're average," I wouldn't
Like,
give a shit. because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just
Like
dude on
who
the
the
street.
right.
But I'm just talking about.
But let me ask you this
average
question.
case.
Let me ask you this question though, because this kind of goes to my overall point.
Okay.
If a 6'4" firefighter with, your standard blonde or brown hair and the square jaw and all of that,
Mhm.
and he said you were average, would you take that differently than a short, fat, broke, ugly ass nigga saying it?
Yes.
That's my main point, right? So for me, when these dudes are like acting all emotional, none of these dudes are guys that any woman is checking for,
Mhm.
including the women they're calling threes. So, and the thing is, I know the statistics.
Mhm.
4 out of 5 guys are not getting any pussy. So you're gonna be one of these ugly ass niggas on the internet, and I'm supposed to think that you get sexual access when you're calling women that would not even recognize your existence on planet Earth. You're calling them threes. I know you get no pussy, and somebody else called them out for that too.
So many dragonflies.
Somebody else responded to him like, "Yeah, this. I mean, tell us that you don't get no pussy without actually telling us you get no pussy."
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people agree with what I had to say. Like, you can see, like right now, like I keep getting the the notifications.
Yeah.
Where people liking my tweet because there was nothing wrong with what I said. Basically what I said is the guy is wrong for denigrating black women and generalizing all of them, but then the guy that responded to him is also wrong for pretty much the same reason. And that was really the only point that I was making, you know?
Okay.
So, I just didn't think that was the way to go. And that's it, really. Like it's no big deal. Like, trying to make it a big deal when it's not is just,
Yeah.
What
humans do.
yeah. But just kind of goes to show I definitely made a social miscalculation. I thought that if I argued in good faith and basically stayed emotionless, that I was going to have some conversations that made sense. But it was me being logical and them just throwing out insults in response to logic. And it's like, damn, like, this is what being broke and pussyless. This is what?
Mm.
My God damn. Like,
I should not have worn this shirt. I am so sorry.
take your dick out of your own ass. Fuck wrong with you? Oh, you're a lame and you're a goofy. My life is better than yours. But I didn't even feel like going there. I just said, you notice how I'm not insulting you? I don't feel the need to.
Yeah.
Like I could insult you. I'm not going to. But the thing is, I know he's insulting himself because I said, cool story, bro. Have a great day. He blocks me.
Mm.
Like you responded to my tweet. I didn't go to you and your page.
Yeah.
I only went to your page to like confirm what I already knew, that you an ugly ass nigga.
Well, he got the satisfaction of the flip phone hanging up, and he just like slammed down the flip phone.
I don't understand.
Listen, man, if that's his only win of the day,
That is a sad ass win because that was a major L.
but he's going. If it feels like feelings, have you not feelings? Win for him because he got to slam the phone down. He may have broken the screen, but it doesn't matter because he got to slam the phone down. Yeah, like,
You know what his pockets feel like? Extra light.
no, there's a bunch of glass in it from the broken phone that he has to put in his pocket because he slammed it down.
And you know he can't pay to have that phone repaired, so he's just going to use it with the cracked screen.
Mhm.
No, it's additional. It's not extreme. It's not extreme. About 80% of guys report either being a virgin or not having had sex in the past 12 months. 80%, that's 4 to 5. And the reason that is that the dating game is top heavy, mainly due to social media. Down to delusional women that say, wow, I saw this really hot guy on the internet and he liked my photo. So that means that I deserve a hot guy. So I'm going to hold out for a hot guy. So what those girls do is that they all clamor around the top 20% of men. So we're talking about top 20% in penis length, top 20% in facial features, top 20% in height, top 20% in earnings. Those are the only guys that they recognize. So those are the only guys that are getting laid. But the thing is, a lot of the women are getting laid because the top guys don't value sexual access the way women do. If you're going to fling pussy at them, they're going to take it. And these ugly ass niggas on the internet talking about average white women that are not overweight. Because in the picture, the women are, I think there was one that had like a little bit extra on her, but the rest of them were nothing close to overweight. An average looking white woman, if that white woman came on to them, they fucking. And they're not asking questions. So they just state that, they straight up lying. But the funny thing is that those women would never register their existence on planet Earth, ever.
Are you going to be able to find parking when we get there? You normally find
You remember the old neighborhood? It's Friday at 2:00.
All right. I just want to make sure because I feel like you're going to have to holy diver out of the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, You know, that's just how I. Come on, guys, stay in your lane. Um, yeah. So the thing is that the top 20%, they're not turning down pussy.
Mhm.
You know, a guy, you know, who's a 9, he'll fuck a 3, like like a standard 3. He won't marry her. He won't pay her rent. He won't pay her bills. A guy who's a certified 9 will fuck a 5. He won't marry her. He'll date her for a little bit. He might be seen in public with her once or twice. He might hit it more than once. A girl who is a 6, oh yeah, he'll take her out to dinner. He might buy her, you know, a bag. A 7, he'll take her on a vacation. You know, he'll go on a vacation, might buy her a couple of nice things. You know, he might even claim her for a whole 25 minutes. He might even claim her for a whole 25 minutes, right? But when you talk about the women that the 9s really value are going to be 8s, 9s, and 10s. Those are going to be the ones where they're going to try to marry that woman. They're going to think about having kids with that woman. In fact, they're more likely to marry the 8 than the 10 because the 10 doesn't come with any domestic skills. She doesn't come with any personality. She just comes with a stunning body and a stunning face, and usually not much else. So he'll fuck the 10. He might even marry her. That might even be his first wife. But when the guy hits his stride and he's his most valuable, he's going to be most likely to marry the 8 or the 8.5. And you see this repeated in society over and over and over again. But here's the problem though, right? When the 5 fucks the guy who is a 9, she now thinks that the guy that she should marry is a 9. So she's not even going to give her fellow 5, her average male counterpart, she's not going to give him a chance because she had sex with a 9 that one time. And that means that that is her level. She thinks her level is the sex that she was able to get. And that's why the average man ain't getting no pussy. And it's not necessarily because, you know, they're necessarily fat or they're necessarily short or whatever. I don't think 5'10" is short. That's average for a man, right? But a lot of these women are like, you need to be 6 feet tall or better. A guy who's 5'11" is above average in height, but they're looked at as below average men by women. It's insane. So, you know, the game is really fucked up right now. And that's the main reason why, you know, 4 out of 5 guys are watching a lot of porn or they're subscribed to OnlyFans. Why do you think these chicks are making $1 million a day? Because a couple of guys can't get them? No, that is the majority of men. There's also a reason why the majority of men are not even like really making the effort today. They don't really feel like there's a reason to put any effort in because there's no reward. They're not, you know, like, why am I gonna like bust my ass if I'm not gonna get pussy either way because I don't look like a Narcigram influencer? I got girls that are on my level that think they're better than me. Fuck these bitches. That's what they're gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Ah, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, the
Oh, you have to read the rest of it if I could click on it correctly.
I'll have you guys know that Sonny is 6 feet tall. He's like 6 feet or 6 feet and a half inch tall. He's a tall Asian guy. So yeah, you're gonna get laid. You're gonna get laid. I have no doubt that you're getting laid. Because you're well above average when it comes to height for Asian men. McFaffle says 70 is Lewis's height. I have to send a text message out. I'm gonna have you do it.
Okay.
Send a text to this person. Level.
And we're back. Just had to send a quick text. Ta-da.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's way taller than Lewis. He's shorter than me, but he's taller than Lewis. But anyway, the thing is that these women, they see when they go on these dating apps, and they've done the numbers on dating apps, and they collected the data from OkCupid and Tinder and all these places, and they show that women find that 85% of men are below average. Does that even make any sense? Absolutely not. But it's irrational, right? It doesn't even make sense that 85% of men can be below average if average is in the 40 to 60 percentile. But that's the way that women look at it, because they saw a really cute guy in the dating app and they think that they could get him because they saw him. And then when they try to match with him, they get a right swipe. And then when they meet, the guy puts his meat between their knees or in their mouth. So they think that that's their level. It's not how it works. So, I can see that a lot of these chicks are delusional, absolutely delusional. But at the same time, it doesn't change the reality that for most guys, whether it's through no fault of their own or otherwise, the majority of men just don't have ready sexual access. They just don't. Meanwhile, a chick that ain't that good looking, she offers up the pussy and somebody's going to take it, which I think is actually a bad thing. It's a bad thing for men to fuck women that they're not really attracted to. But when pussy is that hard to get for most guys, it's going to drive the price up. It's not great, but that's the reality. Oh damn, that chime was loud as fuck. I thought that was my car. It's like I know the door didn't just fly open. So, I mean, you can drive. I mean, shit. This guy doesn't want to drive.
How long does your haircut usually last?
How's my what?
How long does your grooming session normally last?
Probably like 35 to 45 minutes, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
I would say.
Just so I could
Time what you're gonna do, where you're gonna go.
be back in time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to park like on this so that I can get there as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Hopefully, I'm not going to be as late as I thought I was going to be.
Think so.
Come on, guy. We're all in track. Oh, okay. My bad. Go, 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 go. I'm about to be like, yo, dude, we're all trying to get somewhere. Shit. Yeah, I can park right there. Damn, her mouth was hanging open.
Mhm.
All right, so I've reached my destination, y'all. We might do another stream. We'll do a 70 part 2, and we'll have some more fun conversations about stuff. But yo, if you have not hit that subscribe button, please do so now,
Pretty please.
because you know what I'm saying? Because you want to be here because my lady next to me is above average in appearance. She's good to look at.
Yes, it's the number above 5.
Yes.
Technically above average.
Yep. Yep.
I'm also so fucking sweaty right now. I should have worn a different shirt.
All right, y'all. I'm out.
Bye. See you later.
Let me